Remember the days of carefree travel and exploring new horizons. When the suitcase was light, the road maps were folded with love, and the excitement wasn't about luxury, it was about discovery. I'm taking a trip down memory lane and reliving the joyful, wide-eyed spirit of the 1970s. But here's the truth. Adventure isn't reserved for the young. It's for the curious. And today, we're unlocking travel hacks that make senior travel in 2025 not only possible, but soulfully exciting and budget-friendly. To those tuning in for the first time, welcome to Elderly Paradox. I'm Dr. Laura. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and certified dietitian, and for the past 20 years, I've worked with individuals facing transitions, rediscovery, and the quest for emotional resilience. I believe that travel isn't more than movement. It's therapy for the soul. Whether it's a day trip to a nearby lake or a cross-continental journey, travel stimulates memory, calms anxiety, nurtures creativity, and invites healing. It's not a luxury, it's medicine. On today's episode, we're taking that medicine together. To help us explore the emotional, nutritional, and practical value of travel, I'm joined by someone whose life is a testament to the transformative power of exploration. Please meet Mr. Jack Harrison, a retired teacher, passionate traveler, and humble narrator of journeys that span continents and feelings. Jack, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Laura. What a generous welcome. I'm honored to be part of this conversation. Travel changed me in ways I never expected. Especially after retirement, it gave me back my sense of wonder, and I'm grateful to share that joy.
Let's start at the beginning, Jack. What led you to travel post-retirement, and what did those first steps feel like emotionally?
It began after I retired at 65. I was grieving. My wife, Marion, had passed just months earlier. I felt lost, untethered. My son suggested I take a trip to clear my head. I didn't think it would help, but I went. Tuscany, alone. I stayed in a modest guest house, wandered quiet hills, drank coffee under rust-colored rooftops. And each morning I felt a little lighter. Travel didn't erase my grief. It gave me space to hold it gently.
That's deeply moving. In clinical psychology, we call that displacement therapy. Placing yourself in new surroundings allows the brain to process emotional pain from a fresh vantage point. And as a dietitian, I've seen seniors change the way they nourish themselves when they begin to nourish their spirit first. Tell me, Jack, did travel impact your relationship with food?
Absolutely. Before, food was routine. Toast, jam, tea. But when I traveled, food became culture, connection, comfort. A woman in Greece taught me to make fresh fig pie and told stories as we cooked. In Japan, I had fermented plum broth that settled my nerves like magic. Now, even at home, my meals carry memories.
That's the beauty of mindful nourishment. Food rooted in experience is often more healing than food rooted in habit. And I imagine that discovery extended beyond the plate. What surprised you most about yourself once you began traveling?
How open I became. I used to plan everything to the hour, but travel taught me to embrace detours. One day in Croatia, a village road was closed due to flooding. I found a side path to a hilltop church, met a painter there, and ended up spending the day learning about local folklore. That moment never existed in my itinerary, but it exists forever in my memory.
That's so profound. There's a therapeutic value in surrender, in trading control for presence. And I'm sure listeners are wondering, how did you manage these experiences on a senior's budget?
It starts with flexibility. I travel in shoulder seasons, spring and autumn, when flights and accommodations are cheaper and destinations less crowded. I use apps that highlight senior discounts. Museums, trains, even certain cafes offer hidden perks, and I choose authentic stays, locally run guest houses with warmth instead of shine.
Practical magic, Jack. What essentials do you pack to make travel both comfortable and safe?
I always carry a foldable walking stick, lightweight luggage with wheels, a travel journal, medication organizer, my favorite neck pillow, and a tiny pouch of comforting spices, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric. These items keep me grounded, healthy, and open-hearted.
I'm curious about that journal. Do you write daily?
Not always. Sometimes just a word. Peace. Belonging. Sunrise over cobblestones. It's less about prose and more about presence.
That's beautiful, Jack. You're painting travel as a journey inward as much as outward. And we'll explore more in our next episode, how cultural connection shapes healing, how nature soothes the mind, and how senior-friendly travel options are expanding more than ever. Jack, your reflections on nourishment and openness in travel touched so many hearts. I want to explore something that's often overlooked, how cultural connection can be profoundly healing. In your journeys, did any particular moment of cultural immersion shift your emotional perspective?
Yes, absolutely. I remember being in Georgia, the country, not the state. I was invited into a local family's home for dinner. No English, just gestures, laughter, and wine. They toasted life, welcomed me like kin. I realized then belonging isn't bound by language or location. That evening gave me something therapy couldn't, the feeling of being truly seen.
That's beautiful. And it resonates with the core of emotional healing, connection. As a clinical psychologist, I see cultural experiences as catalysts for redefining identity. They pull us out of isolation into humanity, and nature often complements that. Have you found solace in natural surroundings while traveling?
More than I expected. In Iceland, I sat alone near a waterfall, wrapped in layers, just watching the mist move. I wrote in my journal, "This is peace I didn't know I was missing." There's something about natural beauty that quiets inner noise. It doesn't ask questions, it just holds you.
Nature as emotional refuge. I love that. And for seniors with limited mobility, nature doesn't always require hiking boots. Parks, gardens, and even coastline views from a comfortable seat can offer profound serenity. Now, let's touch on community. Group travel for seniors is gaining popularity. Have you had experience traveling with others?
Yes, twice. A caravan tour through Morocco and a nature retreat in the Scottish Highlands. Both trips had fellow seniors, and the sense of togetherness was extraordinary. We shared stories, meals, mishaps, even medication reminders. It felt like family formed by shared courage.
That's important, especially as we age, where loneliness can affect our emotional and physical health. Group travel offers safety, companionship, and gentle accountability. Plus, laughter heals. Any lighthearted moments come to mind?
Plenty. On a trip to Portugal, I accidentally joined a local dance class thinking it was a historical walk-in tour. By the time I realized, I was already being taught samba steps by a 75-year-old woman named Rosa. We danced for an hour. I was terrible, but I was happy.
I adore that. Laughter, movement, and memory. 3 powerful antidotes to aging-related anxiety. Let's talk access now. For seniors wanting to travel, but uncertain where to begin, what's your advice?
Start small. A weekend getaway. A nearby cultural festival. The key is momentum. Then explore accessible resources, apps that offer discounts, senior-friendly travel sites, or even local travel clubs. And always plan with comfort in mind. Ground floor lodging, extra rest time, clear communication with loved ones.
Planning reduces fear. Preparation builds confidence. And emotional readiness is just as vital as logistics. Jack, you've clearly embraced both. Tell me, what destination surprised you with its senior friendliness?
Slovenia. Compact, stunning, peaceful. The pace is gentle, public transportation is easy, and locals are incredibly warm. I visited lakes, castles, even joined a cooking workshop, all with minimal walking and maximum enjoyment.
That's a gem. Thank you for sharing it. And before we close this segment, I want to highlight something you've beautifully demonstrated, that travel is more than movement. It's transformation. What emotional shift do you feel most grateful for thanks to your journeys?
I rediscovered softness. After decades of routines and responsibilities, I found the softness of a sunset, the kindness of strangers, the vulnerability and laughter. Travel gave me permission to feel again, and that, Dr. Laura, is my greatest souvenir.
That just lit up something inside of me, Jag. And I hope it lights up every listener tuning in today. Up next, we'll explore how travel can rekindle purpose, provide tools for safe exploration in 2025, and close with the message you won't want to miss. Jack, as we begin this final of our conversation, I want to explore the heart of senior travel, purpose. Beyond destinations and photo albums, why do you think travel becomes so meaningful later in life?
That's a powerful question. For me, it's about reawakening identity. After decades of working, raising children, living by schedules, you reach retirement and wonder, who am I now? Travel answers that. It gives you autonomy, creativity, and stories that belong just to you. It reminds you you're not finished.
Yes. That awakening is more than just emotional. It affects brain chemistry. Purpose reduces cortisol levels, enhances neuroplasticity, even lowers blood pressure. It's why I urge seniors to pursue not just movement, but meaning. Jack, have any trips unexpectedly deepened your sense of personal purpose?
One in particular, Ecuador. I volunteered for a week at a community library. I read with children, helped paint a mural. I didn't speak the language fluently, but there was connection. That trip taught me that travel isn't just about what you take in, it's about what you offer.
That's extraordinary. Giving during travel builds a legacy of kindness, one that continues long after the flight lands. Now let's pivot to something essential: safety. For seniors wanting to travel in 2025, what precautions have you found most helpful?
Preparation is everything. I always share my itinerary and emergency contacts with family, keep a printed version of key documents in my carry-on, use travel insurance customized for older adults, check local health advisories before departure, carry a basic first aid kit and prescription backup. Also, I've started using lightweight tech like GPS bracelets and emergency alert apps tailored for seniors.
That's practical and empowering. And I want to add, mental preparation is just as important. Travel can evoke emotions, unfamiliarity, even anxiety. I recommend meditation apps, journaling, and slow morning rituals to center yourself before exploring. Let's wrap with a soul question. Jack, what advice would you give to someone listening right now, perhaps with packed bags but a hesitant heart?
Start with courage, not answers. Book the ticket, take the drive, step into wonder. Travel isn't just about seeing, it's about remembering how it feels to be alive. And to that person listening, the world has been waiting for your story.
That brought tears to my eyes. Jack, you've offered more than travel hacks. You've shared truth. Aging doesn't end adventure. It deepens it. It carves emotion into every sunrise and fills quiet cafes with meaning. Thank you for walking this road with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Laura. This conversation felt like a journey itself.
Dear listener, if this touched something inside you, if your heart leaned forward a little, I want you to hold on to that. Maybe you'll take a trip. Maybe you'll journal. Maybe you'll open your window tomorrow and just breathe a little deeper. That's travel too. And remember, You don't need to watch this. You can listen while gardening, sipping tea, working in the kitchen, or driving through your own hometown. Let it be a soundtrack to your rediscovery. Until next time on Elderly Paradox, I'm Dr. Laura, reminding you that age is not a finish line. It's the doorway to your most beautiful journey yet.